Hi guys, welcome to Beer Time. Kyle here. Let's do some day drinking, Black Butte style. Welcome to another video. Today I'm drinking something I'm kind of excited about. I always am. You know that, right? So today I'm having a 28th birthday reserve beer from Deschutes Brewery. This is their Black Butte 28th XXVIII, right? This is an Imperial Porter brewed with cocoa, vanilla, peated malt, sweet orange peel with 50% aged in bourbon and Scotch barrels. I'm really interested to see how all this plays out. I'm particularly interested to see how the peated malt kind of works its way through this, and then also the addition of the Scotch barrels. That should be fun. Something interesting and new. First impressions, just gorgeous packaging on this. It's like black on black, right? It's really cool. It's got black wax on the top, black-ish bottle. The stuff inside of here is probably pretty dark. And then the packaging, just the layout on it, is super classy looking. It's got this kind of old gold print. The Deschutes logo is kind of subdued in these kind of, I want to say almost kind of mossy green-gray colors and that old gold. And then this color in the background, which looks basically like dark gray, is got some kind of sepia tones in it. Cool stuff. It looks great and worthy of the, the time and energy to get and track down this beer. I think you could still get this beer out and about at better places. Good thing I've always got a backup there. Yeah, because you got to get that wax cap off there. Be careful there. And then, oh man, that smells good. It smells like just opened up a chocolate, like chocolate bourbon barrel or something. It's just kind of amazing. And I've got my little glass here, right? It's very, very dark. I've seen darker beers, but it's a beautiful beer. The bubbles, the head on this are khaki, like your Sunday pants, right? They look great. The bubbles are kind of oily on top, maybe resinous, but I'm going to say alcoholic. And, that's really because this thing is running in at 11.6%. This is a larger beer, let's put it that way. It's beautiful to look at. Yeah, again, I've seen darker beers, but it's a beautiful thing, right? And it's going to probably be on the edge of kind of slick, almost sticky. I can actually smell this from here. That's great. Barely have to get my nose into it, and I'm already ready. It smells great. Oh, wow. That's good. I'm not getting a lot of peaty notes in there or Scotch notes. This is not ice cold. I've let this warm up a little bit, but there's room to go there and probably room for this to grow. And as I sip on this over the next however long that it takes me to finish it this morning, we'll kind of find out how that aroma in there and that bouquet opens up, right? Okay, so first impressions. This is like terribly delicious, right? It's really, really good stuff. Lots of bitter chocolate in there. Just that very little hint of licorice, just enough to add some interest to that chocolate. Something interesting in there. I love that. I'm getting some vanilla, and maybe that will kind of come out a little bit. And there is some bourbon notes in here. You definitely get that on the nose. And there's a little bit of booze in there. It's bourbon smell, but also just straight up booze. I think this would be a fantastic beer to age. Unfortunately, beer doesn't gain a lot of dust over here at my house. We just kind of go through it too quickly, and it's a sad story, but I like the idea of it. Sometimes you have to know your limits, you know? You have to know, like you want to be that collector of that thing or something, and you try to do it, but then you just use it all up, or it just goes through it and it's out the door. That's all right. I mean, these are some first world problems here we're talking about. This is delicious. And I've always conflicted when I have a beer like this. I might share it with my buddy, Kelly Barnett, who we do this thing together and, kind of connect with it. Like, well, this is really great. But sometimes I feel just like a little bit of an a-hole, and I'm completely fine with it because I'll drink it, and I'm like, I'm glad that it's like, this is all mine. It's like, you should have had this beer. It was great. Well, I wish I would have had it if you'd held it. And I'm like, it's kind of you snooze, you lose kind of thing. I feel bad about it. I'm going to drink on it and then kind of see about it. I was actually thinking about doing 2 beers today, which my friend Scott Schulte, he would love that. He likes to get me to do a good 10 beer run. He's stupid. But I wasn't going to do that. Like, I knew when I opened this up that I wouldn't be able to do the other beer, like, choke it down. And this beer is delicious. But I knew one was enough. I mean, I'll have one after this probably, but I don't know about crossing the streams with this beer. So, this is a big beer. It's delicious. How would I day drink this? Oh, man. I think this is like a good promotion beer. It's kind of spendy. It's like up near like $17 or $18. So it's not exactly, you're not picking this up at the convenience store at the way home. It's a special beer. So I'm going to really enjoy it today while I'm just morning drinking it. Special occasions. I think this can be enjoyed after dinner. This would be great with a strong cigar. This would be great with dessert. You could eat this with food, but it doesn't seem like the right thing. I think it's going to steal the show. It's going to be too much to pair with like even a steak or something. It's just too much. This is a celebration beer. After dinner's been had, your stomach's settled, and you can, enjoy this. Man, it's just a big beer. Even now, I can smell more of the bourbon barrel coming through, particularly the vanilla notes. I get a little bit of graham in there, like graham cracker, if you will. It's so good. This is great. I'm glad I pulled this one out. For me, sometimes a special occasion is just getting here, turning on the laptop, and letting it ride. I like that. It's awesome. It's definitely a good way to go. Yeah, I typically wouldn't maybe day drink something like this, but I'm going to turn my day into a celebration. It's going to be good. You probably ought to share this with somebody. If you're drinking this by yourself, you're probably not a very good person, But I like it. I like it a lot. It's going to be awesome. Black Butte 28th Birthday Reserve. Imperial Porter, brewed with cocoa, vanilla, peated malt, sweet orange peel, which I don't get a lot of in here, but it probably provides some balance to the thing, with 50% aged in bourbon and Scotch barrels. It's cool stuff. 11.6%. I like it. I'm going to start buying these yearly. And who knows, maybe I'll start just packing these away, And every year they do one that's basically the same first few ingredients and then do a different thing on the back end. Sometimes it's got more raisin notes. Sometimes it's got more orangey stuff going on in it. This is pretty interesting. What are you guys going to day drink today? You going to go down to the cantina, start with some margaritas or some cervezas and some free chips? Or are you going to go down to the bistro and you're going to have that Pinot Grigio? It's okay. Doesn't really matter because you're out getting it done, doing that day drinking. That's what we like to do. We like to get out there and get it done and have a great time. I'm going to enjoy this today. And you're going to think a little bit about how you're going to embrace your inner day drinker and hopefully have a great day and a great night. I love drinking these beers. I love sharing them with you. If you can go down to your better liquor store and get this Black Butte Deschutes 28th birthday reserve, I think you're going to enjoy it. Make a little celebration for yourself. You deserve it. Have a great one, guys, because I sure am.